Alright guys, James Holt back with another video. In this video we're going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about, how to define your personal brand and why it's okay to make it up as you go along. Now, I've been thinking a lot about my own personal brand, and late one night I tweeted out a bunch of thoughts, and I'm just going to go through those tweets. I'm going to read them out to you, and then I'm going to add some of my own thoughts as they relate to my own personal brand, and perhaps also just relate it back to how you should go about building your own brand, what defines your brand and all that good stuff. Because as much as I love dropshipping, as much as I enjoy my niche sites and the money they make me every month, I think everyone should be building a personal brand of some type online. I wish I had started earlier, and I just wanted to put out this content sort of to remind you that there is more than dropshipping. Dropshipping is great, it's a good start, and it's a good hustle to make some money, but it's not the end all be all. A personal brand is a great thing to build, whether you want to become a coach or just do it for fun to learn or whatever. So let's go through this tweet thread. There's quite a few tweets in it, but we're going to start right at the top here. This is what I said. I'm still in the very early stages of building my online brand. My fast growing Twitter following is making me think I've got this stuff figured out, when in reality I'm still throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. So I've had sort of a sudden burst in growth in Twitter followers. I'm currently at 1,800, almost 1,900 as of recording this video. When I tweeted this out 2 days ago, I probably had 100, 200 followers less. So it's really taking off. It's going very quickly, thanks to you guys. Thanks to big accounts that enjoy my insight, my content, and yeah, for some reason I'm just resonating with people on Twitter, and I'm growing a lot faster there than I am on YouTube or Facebook or wherever else. Next tweet. I haven't even really figured out what type of content I want to put out. Just dropshipping, different business models, but only highly applicable stuff. A mixture of applicable tips and higher level discussions. So yeah, like I said, I haven't figured out what type of content I want to produce. As you can tell if you follow this YouTube channel, I make short videos with just simple dropshipping tips. I make longer videos talking about high level sort of dropshipping mindsets. I talk about personal branding like I am in this video, and I just sort of ramble and try to give you some insight into my brain, my head. I don't know whether I should just focus on just the dropshipping, really a niche audience where I'm the dropshipping guy. But honestly, I don't really want to be the dropshipping guy, because like I said, there's more to online business than just dropshipping. I love it. I love dropshipping. I will be doing it in some form for the foreseeable future, but it's not the end all be all, and I don't want people to think that I believe dropshipping is the only or the best way to make money, but because it is neither, honestly. So that's sort of why I'm hesitant to just keep churning out dropship videos. Plus, of course, the reaction from you guys. I've noticed my 10-minute dropshipping tips that can honestly add, if you're already making money, those tips could add 100 a day. They could add thousands per month to your bottom line. But yet, those videos aren't as popular, aren't viewed as much as my longer videos where I just tell my story and drop in some business lessons in there. My most popular video, I think, is going to be my own personal story. It's not the video with the most views. There are older videos with more views, but for the time it's been out, it has been insanely popular. And I think, or I'm seeing that as a sign. I'm taking that as a sign, and because I'm not getting much feedback from you guys what type of content you'd like to see, I have to look at my stats and decide based on that. And that's sort of pushing me to do more high level stuff. But of course, I'm always going to go back to sort of very specific dropshipping tactics, tips, tricks, and all that, simply because I think it's very useful to those of you who are doing dropshipping and who I've helped get into dropshipping. I don't want to leave you guys hanging now that I've motivated or inspired you to get into dropshipping. Let's move on to the third tweet, otherwise we're going to be here for a long time. I don't know which platforms I want to be most active on either. Twitter, daily emails, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and for all of these groups I also added some different ways of doing it. So like Twitter, I could schedule tweets using Buffer, or I can just spontaneously tweet when I've got ideas. YouTube, how many days of the week do I post? Do I post every day? Do I post short videos? Do I post really long videos? Facebook, do I work on my page, or do I focus more on my own groups, other people's groups? What kind of content do I post? Do I interact? Do I answer questions, or do I just put out more content? I haven't figured any of this stuff out yet. And over the next few months, I will have to. That's the next tweet. I still need to figure all this stuff out over the next 6 to 12 months. Once I have, I'll focus all my efforts in those 2 to 3 areas, and then of course adjust over time. This is an important point. I keep telling people or beginners to focus on one thing only. What I mean by that is decide whether you want to do niche sites, dropshipping, personal brand, Amazon FBA, Kindle publishing, freelancing. Decide which of these business models, and there are a ton more that I've never heard of, or that I've heard of but didn't mention. There are tons of these business models. Decide on the one you want to pursue and go after that with everything you've got for 6 months, a year, however long it takes to succeed, or for you to notice that this is definitely the wrong thing for you. Honestly, as a beginner, I would never quit before you're making money. Because if you're not making money, then the reason you quit is because you're frustrated with the lack of results. And that's the wrong reason to quit, because quitting because of lack of results when you've never made money online, you don't know what it takes, you don't have the skills yet, so you can't expect to make money too quick. However, having said that, once you are a bit more experienced, once you've got a few years under your belt, you can do new stuff, you don't need to stick to that one thing that you started off in. And even within that one thing, say you're doing dropshipping, focus on one thing just means focus on dropshipping. It doesn't mean you can only do Instagram shoutouts. By all means, do Instagram and Facebook, and then later some email marketing, and then some remarketing, and then some YouTube ads. Add new parts to the core business model, but keep focusing on that one core business model, because then you've got the fundamentals down. I always recommend people start with IG influencer shoutouts. Most people ignore that advice and skip straight to Facebook. Oh well, I can't convince people to do the method that is easier in the sense that it's less competitive, it's easier to get profitable, but it takes more work. So Instagram influencer shoutouts, per shoutout, it is more work. That's just true. That is why I think people are drawn to Facebook, plus the allure, the mystical belief of how scalable Facebook is. Anyway, that's not the topic of today's videos. There's some truth to that, and it's not entirely true either. But the point is, focus on one core business model, because once you've got the sales funnel down using Instagram influencer shoutouts, it doesn't take much to then add new traffic sources, because you've already understood the core business model of how to sell your specific dropshipping products to people in your niche. So it won't take much to move to Facebook, move to AdWords, move to YouTube ads, as long as you stick to that one core business. That's what focus on one thing means. Next tweet. Perfect example. I started writing an outline for a podcast/YouTube video. Halfway through, I noticed it was more of an email than a podcast, and no idea what platform or medium suits me best as of now. That video or podcast I'm referencing, by the way, is the last video on the channel, I believe. Not quite sure of how I'm going to release these. I recorded it on the same day as this video you're watching or listening to right now, about whether Shopify is dead, is dying, all that. I started writing sort of bullet points and it turned into almost an email format. So I'm not sure yet what the best medium is to bring my content across, and that's something that if you're building a personal brand, you're going to struggle with, and it's okay. You can develop this over time, I think. Of course, I'm not the best authority to listen to on a personal brand yet because I'm just 3 months in. I'm still in the early stages of this, and I'm just sort of trying to show you my journey. It's okay to not have everything figured out. This is why you don't need a business plan. You don't need a business plan to start one of these online businesses if you're not trying to get funding or anything like that. Try stuff, throw things at the wall, see what sticks, and then once you've tested a bunch of different ideas, mediums, platforms, that's when you can double down on what's working and forget about, or at least cut down on the amount of time spent on things that aren't working. Moving on, here's what I do know after 3 months. Twitter is great for growth, email subs and interaction. Daily emails are great sales drivers. YouTube growth is slow but picking up now. Facebook groups are great, but I still have no idea what to do with my page. That's what I've learned in 3 months of doing this personal brand. Twitter. Like I said, Twitter's been the fastest growing of them, but a common criticism about Twitter is that it's easier to get followers, but those followers don't convert to sales, email subs, or anything like that. And from what I've seen, that is actually false. Twitter followers are converting to email subs quite well. I'm getting 10 email subs a day or something just from my Twitter following, and I don't even push the list hard. I just get that naturally because I've got the link in my bio. So Twitter is a good medium for growing your email list, and that's why I'm focusing on it, because having these big social profiles is great, but you also want to own the traffic. So Russell Brunson talks about this in his book, which I'm rereading right now. There's 3 types of traffic. There's traffic you control, own, and then there's traffic you don't control. And I messed up the order there. So I believe Twitter would be traffic I don't control, or I control. My email list is traffic I own, and you want to get traffic that you want to buy traffic or get organic traffic and convert that into traffic that you own. Traffic you own being your email list, or in a way even your Twitter profile, because you can put out content. But remember, Twitter can shut you down and there's nothing you can do about it. If you've got 100,000 Twitter followers and they close your account, there's nothing much you can do. You basically have to start almost from scratch. Of course, you've got name recognition and a bunch of advantages, but you have to build something of your own. It's recommended to be on multiple platforms so that the risk is slightly lower, but inevitably you're going to be most successful on 1, maybe 2 platforms. So you always want to have that email list as well, because you own that. Nobody can take that away from you. Daily emails are great sales drivers. The daily sort of Seinfeld email format that Ben Cecil talks about, that Christian McQueen, Alexander Juan Antonio Cortez, my pal Kyle Trouble, Nate Schmidt, the email format that all these guys use, it works for driving sales because you are entertaining, people want to open your emails, you build a connection with them, and then you just throw in a little sales pitch, you connect it back to a personal story or whatever, and people want to read your emails, and some of those people will buy. It really is a very effective tool for driving sales, which is, by the way, something you could apply to your dropshipping store as well, once you've got a big enough email list to make it worth your while. YouTube growth is slow. It simply is. I mean, I've got 300 or so subscribers now. It's picking up, but it's a very slow process growing a YouTube channel from what I've found. Don't believe the big gurus that say you can grow so and so many YouTube subscribers just by posting content. Maybe you can, but I haven't been able to. I've been more successful on Twitter, as I mentioned. Moving on, because we are still got quite a few tweets to go through and we're already 50 minutes in. So I write, it's easy to get frustrated when there is so much to learn. I keep reminding myself how early I am in this journey. I've got time to figure this stuff out, and I'm ahead of plans in terms of following and product releases. It really is easy to get frustrated with online business when you're trying to grow something organically, simply because it does take time and the work you put in at the start doesn't show a return on investment for quite some time, or perhaps ever. It's the return you get on your time invested, it grows exponentially over time. You know, one video I put out now might get 100 views, whereas my first 100 or my first 50 videos, they get maybe 10 views on average in their first month. So that's just the way it is. YouTube growth is exponential, and the same is true for many other platforms. It can be frustrating. One good tip is don't compare yourself to others, and just keep learning, keep improving, and stay humble. Realize that you are new to this, just as I'm new to this online branding stuff. I've only been doing it for 3 months, and I've already got 1,800 Twitter followers, 300 people on my YouTube channel. That's crazy when you think about it. Even my YouTube channel growth, I'm kind of disappointed with. 300 subscribers is a lot for just 3 months of work, you know? So always put it back into perspective when, instead of comparing yourself with these big YouTubers. When you look at this problem with that mindset, instead of frustrating you or me, it excites me. So much to try, evaluate, and fail at, so much to learn. This is just sort of the mindset that I have, and that a lot of other online businessmen, a lot of entrepreneurs have. There's a lot of stuff to learn. There's an infinite amount, that's the word, of stuff to learn. And it's exciting because you've always got something to do. You're never done. And some people don't like that, but I'm going to guess that you're the type of person who does enjoy learning new things. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video at all. And it's just exciting, this amount of stuff to learn. I need to become better at copywriting. I need to learn how to do these daily emails. I need to improve the quality of my YouTube videos. I need to learn how to record videos because I want to do some cool stuff on this channel. All coming to you in the next few months. So there's a lot to learn, and it's exciting. It excites me every single day. To get back to sort of the personal branding aspects, in the next tweet I write, I also don't know what defines my personal brand. The one thing I want people to associate me with, I don't think it's dropshipping, although I'm going in that direction right now and think it could be highly profitable. I'd rather be a jack of all trades. There are many ways to make money, and I don't think dropshipping is the best thing since sliced bread, like some of you do. What I'm talking about here is there's this huge trend or fad hype around dropshipping, and really dropshipping is not the best thing in the world. It's not some magical thing. It's a cool business model. I like it. I like it because of paid traffic, but I'm not in love with the concept or anything, you know? It's just one of many ways to make money. And I don't really want to be known or remembered forever as the dropshipping guy. And it may sound strange to you, but I'm already becoming the dropshipping guy, at least in my sort of small circle of influence. Not the most known or best known dropshipping guy, but in this little sphere of my Twitter followers, my YouTube viewers, I'm kind of becoming the dropshipping guy, and I don't really like that. I don't really want to be the dropshipping guy, even though that would, purely from a profit side, so purely for selling courses, coaching and all that kind of stuff, I think being the dropship guy may actually be very profitable. Like I said, there's a huge hype around it, and specializing, being that one thing that people can associate you with, that is great for marketing. But honestly, I'm fine making slightly less money if it means having a more authentic personal brand right now. Personal brand has to be personal. I actually just read out the next line of the next tweet spontaneously, so let's move on. I'm fine making slightly less money if it means being a more authentic personal brand. Dropshipping doesn't define me, online marketing does. So why focus on just that one niche forever just to make more dollars? That's what I mean. I think I could make more money with the personal brand if I just talked about dropshipping for forever, or at least for the next year or so. But I don't really want to do that, and this personal brand, it should be fun, you know. I have enough money at this point. I want to make more, but I don't need to. Making money has been a game to me for over a year now. It's the next tweet, and it just shows you my thoughts perfectly. Of course, I want to make money with this personal brand. Don't let me or anyone else tell you that that's not part of the reason why we make these videos. It's a Thursday afternoon here in sunny Switzerland. First few days of spring, it's lovely weather out. I could be doing other things than recording a YouTube video or podcast, going over my old tweets. But I want to do this because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy seeing the results it gets people. It's very fulfilling for me. But also I want to see a financial reward. And while this is the point, I want to see a financial reward. However, I'm fine making just 80% of the maximum instead of 100% if it means that the work is more enjoyable and I'm more happy with the personal brand I'm building. So I'll take 80 cents on the dollar if it means I get to talk about general online business, online marketing, copywriting, sales, all this stuff that interests me, that fascinates me, instead of pigeonholing myself into this dropship niche. Even if it means I make a little less money, I am fine with that. My goal, and this is the next tweet that I've decided to pin to my profile because it really is important. It defines who I am, what I want to do with this personal brand, and this whole tweet thread I'm reading out to you and adding my thoughts to. It was late one night this week, and I started off by saying I don't know what defines my personal brand, and here in the second last tweet, I think I sort of say it. Here it goes. I want to change lives. Help people go from $0 to $100 a day. That is my mission. And yeah, I think that sums it up. I've asked people, how much money do you actually want to make with dropshipping, niche sites, whatever you're doing? What is your goal? And a lot of people don't have huge goals. Most people aren't saying 10 grand. Most people just want to make 1 to 3 to 4 to 5 grand a month. That is enough for most people. It's enough to live on in some places, and it's certainly enough to change your life. You know, that will make a big difference for your financial future if you can make that by yourself while working your job or while going to school or doing whatever else you currently do. $100 a day profit makes a lot of difference to someone's life, and I've been able to do that with multiple business models. I've been able to do that with dropshipping, and I've been able to do that with niche sites. In the past, I've also done this with freelancing briefly, so I know how to get people from $0 a day to $100 a day, and I think that is what defines me. That is what I want to help people with. I don't want to help companies scale from 1 million a month to 5 million a month. I'm not at that level yet. I can't advise $1 million company, but I can help people like you, hopefully you if you're watching this. I can help people like you go from $0 to $100 a day, and I've seen firsthand the profound impact that can have on someone's life. $100 a day can mean the difference between a job you hate and quitting your job, moving abroad, living a free life, the life you've always dreamed of. $100 a day can mean the difference between getting a college degree that puts you in debt but doesn't really give you any job opportunities at the end of it, and on the other hand, dropping out of college, saving a bunch of money and building a business that you enjoy running, having more free time to spend with your family, friends, and do the stuff you love. I've got one student who I'm really impressed with, not just his dropshipping, but also his personal branding. Just in general, a great guy, Nate Schmidt. He loves snowboarding, and I helped him start his dropshipping stores, and those stores now allow him to just head off and go snowboarding any day he wants. I believe it's snowboarding or skiing. He just heads off the mountains on his birthday, 21st birthday. He didn't have to go to class like he normally would. He just quit, dropped out of college, and now he can go snowboarding, go to the mountains anytime he wants. And the reason he can do that is because of dropshipping. Dropshipping allows him the freedom, but dropshipping is not the only way to do it, and I don't care how I get you to that level where you're free to do what you want. I just want to get you there. For the final tweet in this thread, what business model it takes to get there is secondary to the overall mission. I couldn't give a flying whether I help people quit their job by building dropshipping stores or niche sites or any other business model. I just want you to get to that level that you want to get to. If you want to make $100 a day, I can help you get there. That is my goal in life. That is my goal with this personal brand. I want you to live a freer life, a life where you choose what to do with any single hour of your life. And whether I do that by teaching you dropshipping, or teach you how to build niche sites, or teach you to become a freelance copywriter, become an author, become a YouTube celebrity, however I can help you reach that goal in a way that suits your life, in a way that you enjoy doing the work. Not everyone enjoys dropshipping. Some people are great speakers, are great on camera, have a great energy. Why would you do dropshipping? If you're a great writer, I've got a lot of pals online that are bloggers. They come to me saying, oh, I'd like to get into dropshipping. Oh, can you help me with this and that? And I'd love to help them, but I always have to ask, why do you want to get into dropshipping? You're a great writer. Focus on writing. You're already making a good income with writing. Ask yourself why you want to get into dropshipping. For me personally, I was making money with niche sites. I built up that skill of copywriting to a decent level, but I don't think I'm ever going to be a great writer. I might be a good writer, I might be an okay, proficient writer, but I'm not going to be great. And some of these guys who reach out to me, they really are great writers. Maybe they're not a Hemingway, but they're certainly in the top 1% of the world, and that is a skill that you should take the most out of, I believe, especially if you enjoy doing it. So I personally got into dropshipping because I'm not the best writer in the world, and I wanted to learn paid traffic. If you want to learn paid traffic, dropshipping is cool, it's great, definitely learn it, but ask yourself, why is dropshipping really for you, or is there another business model that would be better suited to get to your goals, whatever that might be? And like I said, for most of you, at least the financial goal is around $100 a day, and that's going to be the focus of my personal brand, of this YouTube channel, of my Twitter, of my email list, of everything I do. It's all going to be around this theme of making $100 a day. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening to me go through this tweet thread and expand on the thoughts I put out late one night this week. If you like this video, please do leave a like, leave a comment down below. Tell me how much money you'd like to make. What is your personal goal? And I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything I talked about in this video. If you enjoyed this video and if you like this type of content, definitely subscribe to the channel, and then I can help you too get to that $100 a day level or wherever you want to get to. Thank you very much, and until next time.